Hi everyone, Fox Champaign reporter Jacqueline Francis here on the scene of a shooting in Champaign. We're only a couple blocks north of downtown Champaign. I'm gonna hand this to Lauren. Okay, so let's take a look at the scene. You can see that there's an ambulance and several police cars, and there are actually police tape right before we get there. What we know right now is that one person has been transported to the hospital following a shooting here in Champaign. We are on the 700 block of North Hickory Street, kind of off of Columbia Avenue, and like I said before, we're only a couple blocks north of downtown Champaign. That street right there, where you can kind of see the billboard, that's Neal Street. So that's kind of one of the main roads here. Again, we are looking at the crime scene investigations unit, and officers are on the scene. And we just got this confirmed probably within the last half an hour, so it's still a very active scene. I'll show you all the cars. Kind of right there is the office, if you can kind of know where we are. Has been shot and transported to the hospital for their injuries. We don't know anything yet about suspects, so we're still waiting to hear exactly if police have anyone in custody. We don't know that right now. But like I said, right down there is Neal Street. And just beyond the crime scene is a railroad track. So actually when we pulled up, there was a train trying to cross through here. But it looks like, I don't think that the crime scene is on the train tracks at all. But again, this is North Hickory Street, just a couple blocks north of downtown Champaign. We are coming back over here to our camera where we've been set up to do another live shot here in a minute. Let me see what else we've gotten confirmed from Champaign Police. So like I've said before, police can only confirm that there's been a shooting in the 700 block of North Hickory, and the Champaign Police Department's investigations unit is on the scene, which those are the lights you see. One victim has been transported to an area hospital. And as always, police remind the public that anyone who may have information to please call Champaign Police Investigations right away, or Crime Stoppers to make an anonymous tip. So, police are looking for information. They're asking anyone in the public if they know anything, and of course they're still on the scene processing the evidence. It's still very active, as you can see. But just if I turn around here, I don't know if any of you recognize that apartment building, that big yellow building off of Neal Street, kind of to give you an idea of where we are in Champaign. I believe there's a business right behind us. It's Custom Flooring and Acoustics. Okay. But again, we are on the scene with investigators as they are processing evidence. We know that one person has been taken to the hospital following a shooting. I want to say that the first reports we heard about this shooting were probably around 9:15 or 9:20, and then kind of closer to 9:45, that's when Champaign Police were able to confirm with us that there had been a shooting. One victim was transported to the hospital. Aside from that, we are still asking questions, learning more as information is made available. We got Lauren out here. Lauren, are we going?
Yes, so Stella just will be going live after the football game, so we are waiting for that.
Okay, after the football game, we're gonna go live. We do?
Yes, we have a little bit of time. Stella's gonna let us know, our producer.
Yeah, we are juggling phones and trying to get the word out here, but let me see. I'm gonna ask police right now if there's anything else that they can confirm with us. Can confirm. Okay, we're texting. I'm gonna say, ask if there are any suspects in custody. So we're asking questions, trying to get more information to keep you guys as updated as possible. Again, we're gonna be coming on after the game on Fox. So he just said, this is the public information officer with Champaign Police. He says at this time, no, nothing else they can confirm aside from the fact that one victim was taken to the hospital following a shooting here on North Hickory Street. So hopefully as the investigators get more information, then they will relay that to us. I'll say okay, keep me posted. So, again, so do you think we have time? I have time to walk back there, or do you want to try and move
Yeah.
closer?
Yeah, we can move closer.
Okay. What can I
I'm just
grab?
sending
No, thank you.
Cody photo for the web.
You guys are really getting a behind the scenes look here, but it is breaking news, so we're doing our best to get it out to you and tell you the information as we know. So, not to be repetitive, but one person taken to the hospital following a shooting here on North Hickory Street, right off of Columbia and just over from Neal Street. So we're not far at all from downtown Champaign. And actually on the way here, I was driving through downtown Champaign and it was pretty busy. A lot of people are out tonight. So
Hey, Floyd.
you can imagine it is scary that just a couple blocks
do you need to
down,
live again?
there's been a shooting and a victim taken to the hospital.
A block. Okay, what time?
Huh?
What'd you say? Okay, all right, we'll be ready. Okay,
When?
5 minutes.
5 minutes, we can do that.
Okay, 5 minutes. Fox, Champaign, and Springfield. Well, yeah, it's everywhere. What is it?
No!
No, we're not with them.
Okay, so we're getting a little closer to the scene. Let me
Okay,
flip
5
it
minutes.
over. We're also speed walking.
Okay, I'd say right here.
I say right here too. Okay,
5
so
minutes.
again, you can kind of see where this is. Now, this is the American Legion building, post 559. Let's see if we can get. So again, we're kind of looking into the back of the investigations van. Police are talking to suspects or witnesses still, or not. Police are talking to witnesses here or anyone in the area who may have information. You can see, well, I can see, let me see if I can zoom in. If you zoom in, you see that there are officers standing outside of the American Legion building. Again, this is on North Hickory Street, and that's kind of where the area is roped off. So starting here, this is the parking lot of the American Legion building. Then as I make my way left, there's a tent, and just outside of that white tent, oh, it's kind of blurry, 2 police officers are out there. Okay, we're gonna unzoom. Then as I keep going left, there are police officers outside this door as well. And the tape that you see right here extends all the way down into the street. So I guess as we're making our way closer, we can see that this is the American Legion building. Police are standing outside of the building. We don't know why that is. We don't know if the shooting happened on the property here, inside or out. But what we do know is that there was a shooting in this area, 700 block of North Hickory Street. One victim was transported to the hospital. And police are asking anyone with information to come forward. And you can see they're also interviewing people. Maybe they're bystanders or anyone that may have information here on the scene. So I see 2 officers standing at the one door by the American Legion building, and then a little bit over, there's another 2 officers. Now we're making our way back to the camera. Okay, we'll pass it on to Lauren.
How many things were?
A million. You can just, yeah, it doesn't have to look good. Brushing my hair again. I always do this.
Mic check.
Mic check 1 2 3. Mic check 1 2 3. Reporting live in Champaign. Jacqueline Francis. Is this Fox or 20?
This is 20. Good.
Oh, well, whoops. We are just waiting to go live again to update everyone with the latest information.
Someone's asking, is that over by the Champaign School Bus Department? I'm not sure.
School.
I know it's right by the post office.
It's right by the post office, by the yellow apartment building, the really tall one off Neal Street. It's the American Legion building on North Hickory.
It's over by, there's like a Circle K. 1 minute. All right.
1 minute, okay. But once we're finished with this, we'll Google that and see where it is in comparison.
Wait, 30. Stand by. And toss.
Here's what we know right now. One person was taken to the hospital after being injured in a shooting here on the 700 block of North Hickory Street. And that's all police are able to confirm at this time. You can see investigators are still on the scene. And if you take a closer look, or I'll point out to you, the American Legion building is right there. And outside of that building, there are about 4 officers, I guess standing guard, it looks like, by the doors. This whole area has been roped off, but it does seem that the activity here is coming in, around, or from the American Legion building on North Hickory Street. We're only a couple blocks north of downtown, and all we know now is that one person has been taken to the hospital after being shot, and no word now on the condition. Reporting live in Champaign, Jacqueline Francis, back to you guys.
Clear.
Clear.
That was good.
Thank you, Lauren.
Here's your official glove.
Woo, okay.
Now we gotta go live for Stella and Fox. Well, she's texting
Okay.
me.
So after the football game on Fox, the Fox Springfield show will come on after the game, and that's when we'll do another live report. But again, officers on the scene talking to bystanders, talking to witnesses, people in this area, trying to find out information. And as we learn more, we'll tell you more. I can see right now, it's hard to see, but there's a police officer with a camera, so they're gathering evidence. You'll see the whole area is kind of roped off. This is as close as we can get. That is the American Legion building. Officers were standing guard outside of there just a few minutes ago, but now we're seeing that a door is open. So again, we don't know if this is something that happened inside or outside the American Legion building, but we only know that one person was taken to the hospital following a shooting here on North Hickory Street. We're only a couple blocks north of downtown, but it is a very active scene. I tried to zoom in earlier and that didn't really work, but there are investigators with cameras taking pictures, processing evidence. And again, this is the American Legion, post 559 on North Hickory. Just behind it is a railroad, and then if we look this way, that's Neal Street, to give you an idea of exactly where we are. So we're gonna make our way back over here to see if, check my work phone to see if information's been confirmed. Oh, thank you. Okay, is that over by the Champaign School Bus Department? I'm gonna Google that. Okay, let me look that up right now. So Champaign Bus Department, let's figure out where that is. I was in the way of the shot, whoops. Champaign Bus Department. We're figuring this out. Might be, okay. It would be a couple blocks away from there if I'm looking at the right place. So let's actually, Lauren, have you been to the Champaign Unit 4 bus department? Huh, okay. But again, this is the American Legion building on North Hickory. If you guys are familiar with Neal Street in, oh, let me turn it around. In Champaign, you might recognize, that's Neal Street down there. Metro PCS, there's a Marathon gas station, and then of course that big yellow apartment building is pretty recognizable. We're only a couple blocks north of downtown Champaign. And we're still trying to learn more. We're still trying to learn if there is a suspect or a person of interest. They've given us no word on that so far. We only know that one person was taken to the hospital. But again, a very active scene. Police have the area roped off. Their investigations van is right there. And oh, I'm in the shot again. Okay, maybe I'll just stand next to you. But again, there are still, it's not just police out here. There are quite a few other people, maybe they were witnesses or bystanders that are talking to officers, and we assume that they maybe saw something or heard something. But again, no word on if there is a suspect or a person in custody at this time. We just know that there was one victim. And I want to say the call came in, I think I said before, between 9:15 and 9:20. And so it's not even been, so it's been about an hour. But again, very active scene here. We have the, let's see if I can zoom in again. Before it didn't work, but oh, this isn't bad. So you're looking into the back of the Champaign Police Department crime scene unit van, I think is what they call it, where they have all their investigation tools. So they've been working in and out of that for the last 30 minutes or so, kind of going from right here over to the American Legion building. And it's all roped off, even the parking lot is. So we assume that whatever happened here earlier tonight has something to do with the American Legion building. Again, that's post 559, but police have not been able to confirm anything about that yet, only that there was a shooting on the 700 block of North Hickory Street, and that one victim was taken to the hospital. Let's see. Move it. Ooh. So kind of this whole street has been taken over by investigators. We got a police car, a undercover police car, and then a couple more. Again, this is Champaign Police out here. Oh, and here's a better shot of the crime scene unit van. So this is a different angle from where we were at before. But again, no new information other than what we got within about the last 20 minutes, being that one person was taken to the hospital following a shooting here. It definitely seems to have something to do with the American Legion building. That is where police have canvassed the area and have taped off the scene. So this is about as close as we can get. And if you look that way, if you can see just back there behind the American Legion building, there's a railroad crossing. And again, I'm still seeing investigators with cameras. You'll see a lot of flashlights shining on the ground. A lot of times that's because they're looking for shell casings. But we don't know how many shots were fired or exactly what the situation was. We just know that there was one victim in the shooting here. And again, it is kind of it's becoming a busy street the more we're standing here.
I'm trying to see what's going on. Victim. Is everybody okay?
She can tell you.
There was one person taken to the hospital, but Lauren will tell you.
Okay, I'll tell you.
See, now people are driving by because they see the commotion and they're
There
wondering.
recently another shooting around?
At the Legion?
Yeah. Has there been one recently?
Man, I've been hearing about a lot of stuff, but I don't know.
Yeah, it looks like that's where they're looking for some shell casings and...
Yeah, there ain't nobody died again in Champaign.
So we do not know. We don't know the condition of the person that was transported to the hospital. We just know that there was one victim and we are waiting to hear about their condition, hoping that they are okay. He was just saying Nice to meet you. Thank you. Someone driving through was just saying that there's been too much crime happening, and I think that's something that we can all agree with. So let me make sure I'm not in Lauren's shot again. But again, we are just waiting to learn more about what happened. If anyone does have information, they're asked to call police, or they can submit tips anonymously to Crime Stoppers. But you'll see, you always know it's a crime scene when the crime scene unit van is out there, and that's where they've got all their tools and gadgets where they process the evidence. So that's what we've been seeing them do since we got here about 25 or 30 minutes ago, maybe more than that now. But we're continuing to get more information in and update you guys as we learn more. Again, you'll see there's a lot of police cars still out here, crime scene unit van, and officers are talking to people. They've been talking to people since we've got here. So definitely there is a story here, there's something going on, and we're just waiting to get more information. Let's see if we know anything else. Okay, well, I think we may end the video. If there's any updates, I'll be sure to post it or edit it on this post. But again, one person taken to the hospital following a shooting here. We do believe that it has something to do with the American Legion building. We are going to be live in just a few minutes, or however long the football game on Fox takes. So right out of that game, we will be here with another live report telling you what we know.